Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of the Realism Podcast. This is our first episode. I'm your co-host Taylor Williams, and I'm here with my other co-host Caleb Vandy Vendel. And so yeah, we're excited to be here. We're excited to start this
Yeah,
podcast
dude.
and talk about all things cinema. So Caleb, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, and I'll do the same thing for myself as well.
Um, you know, I you know me. We've hung out a few times, like twice actually in person. So,
Yeah,
uh, like, I don't know. A few years ago, 2023, I was just like, it was kind of boring, and I had like nothing to do, not much, friends to hang out with at the time. So I was just like, I think I'm just gonna start watching movies, and And even then when did have friends to hang out with, like movies kind of just filled in that spot. I don't know if you can relate, but like, when you have like no plans or like no one, everyone else is busy and you don't know what to do, movie, put a movie
yeah,
on. And it kind of
yeah.
started like that. And then I got into Letterbox and then got into all watching a bunch of creators and stuff. So it's pretty fire. Like I just been loving movies. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
No, I mean, different but similar. I think mine was. I've always loved movies, even when I was a kid. I tried to make home movies. It's always been like something I loved. But I think what really started it is I remember. It's funny because I remember the night where I was just like, "Dang, there can just be good movies out there." And I think it was right after COVID. It was probably 2022, and I
hmm
was working at Chick-fil-A and I worked nights, so I'd get off really late. And I remember getting in my bed, and obviously, since I got off late, it was like having the evening or like the afternoon,
yeah,
but just like really late at night. And so I was like, I want to watch something. And I think it was like Tubi, and they had Drive, the Nicholas Winding Refn
ooh,
film. They had Drive. And I was like, oh, this looks good. I've never heard of this. And I hit play,
beggar,
and that movie blew me away. And I just remember being like, yeah, I want to feel this way every time I watch a movie.
right?
And that really like kickstarted this like belief
Yeah,
that and just idea that like, wow, there's a lot of good movies out there. And I don't know, I've been chasing that feeling ever since, but it meant a
yeah.
lot to me. And it kind of just, yeah, it started my whole love and passion for this, I feel like.
The movie, well, there's two movies that got me really into it, like that kind of feeling you just had that you just described. One of them was first time seeing Seven. That's the ending kind of jarred me. Obviously, it's like one of the craziest endings ever. But just the whole movie, like just it being dark and gritty and mysterious. Like I was just so locked into it, and then that big payoff at the end. After that, I was kind of just like speechless. And like that, after seeing that movie, I was like, you know, I love video games. I love basketball. I love playing sports. But I don't know if there's like I feel like maybe people aren't understanding that movies can be just as like powerful, impactful. And it was that movie, and the other one was Prisoners,
Yeah.
and they're both kind of like similar. Like they have like the same kind of aura
Yeah.
about them, and just
Yeah.
dark, great, mysterious, great acting performances. Like that's kind of the movies that got me started, and then from there I just kept watching, and then I went to the IMDb top 250 and just started grinding them out. And then I got that feeling that you described. I got that over and over and over again with like the all-time classics. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I got into watching movies and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of why I want to start, just talking about these movies that are honestly in some ways some of these movies have like changed the way I see life in general.
Dude, for sure. I mean, you mentioned Prisoners. Prisoners was really formative for me in discovering what I thought to be like a really, really good movie. because
Yeah.
that movie, you're right, that movie Seven, Fight Club, a lot of those, I guess you call them like film bro movies, right? A lot of
Yeah.
those, and you can, I, rightfully so. I think film bros can be pretty corny, and I think
Right. Right. Right.
and it makes sense. But genuinely, like those movies are really good, and they did a lot to just like fire my pad, like just really build my passion for like not just like movies, but filmmaking and understanding how it works and what makes it
Yeah.
good and what
Exactly.
makes a good movie. And I think something else you hit on that you're totally right about is yeah, there's a lot of those that have really shaped how I see life. For me, one of the biggest ones, or two of the biggest ones, are
Wait,
both
can I guess
Goodwill.
one?
Yeah, go yeah,
I
go
was gonna
ahead.
say Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah,
I
yes,
was gonna.
sir.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone should watch that. But anyways, go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
especially. Well, I was going to say too. Good Will Hunting would have been the first, and then there was one that you put me on. Now I knew this movie before, but I had never just like really felt the urge to sit down and watch it. But I remember one night, it would have been about a year ago. You were like, "Dude, you need to watch After Sun," and I was
Mm,
like, I didn't have anything going on, and so I was like, "Okay," and so I said, "Dude, that movie genuinely." Not only
powerful.
changed, yeah, oh yeah, it not only changed though the way I saw like structure and how to really like bring out feeling and emotion out of somebody with a screenplay, but it just was genuinely so it felt so life changing in the way it like explored like love and suicide and fatherhood and just relationships, and it was yeah, I don't know. So I think you hit it there. Movies can really change how you see life, and for good or for worse. But there is something to be said for that, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I just recently rewatched that with my mom, and you know, it ended, and that's not really. It's weird to say because it's such a sad movie, but it's not really a movie that like you watch and you're sobbing while it happens. It wasn't for me at least. Like we
No,
watched
it's
it,
not. Yeah, I agree.
and then credits roll. You kind of just sit there, and then you think back about the whole movie, and then you kind of just sit with it and think about it for a little bit, and then later on it just hits you like a truck. Um, but then you start like thinking about like what it's trying to tell you, and then I thought of that for so long, and it made me just want to be more grateful. Honestly, I love movies that make you feel that way. Just make you thankful to be alive, and make you not want to take anything for granted. And I think movies are a powerful thing to do that. I think like books and movies can do that very well too. But yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think one of the most powerful things about that movie for me, and I'm sure there's a million ways to interpret that movie, but I really took it. It really hit me on a very like emotional level when it just kind of dawned on me that um, just kind of the whole spirit of that movie is this idea that we all have our different struggles and traumas and like in a way burns, that like scar our life, but we can be somebody else's like after sun, that is there to help those people or like our family or whoever get through those traumas and like other things they've experienced. And just when you don't have that, how impactful that can be upon your life when you don't have anyone that can do that for you, or when you
yeah,
refuse to let people do that for you. I don't know. So just yeah, all of
yeah,
that. It's super powerful, and I know we're getting way off topic here, but genuinely, just such a good film. And yeah, and like we've been saying, I mean, a perfect example of like how movies can shape how you see life and how you see moments and how you see those around you. So yeah, I couldn't agree more.
yeah. So that's kind of I guess our little introductory to the world. If I don't know if this gets big, but if this pod gets big, but I hope it does. But if not, I'm still having fun just talking about movies. So
I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
so yeah. So
I
I don't know. I was just gonna maybe like move forward, just like asking you what you've been watching. Been watching anything cool?
I I watched The Prestige for the first time. So it's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah,
that's wild.
I know. So it's like many movies that I feel like I've seen, I just never took the time to sit down and watch that. And I will say this, watching The Prestige, and we'll get into this later, so I won't really spoil anything here, but watching The Prestige did change how I felt about the Odyssey. Now I know that's like totally unrelated,
Whoa.
but it did change how
Yeah.
I felt about the Odyssey. But yeah, I would say it's good. I will say this, I guessed the twist halfway through the movie. Um, so
Yeah.
the twist didn't hit as hard as everybody said it would, but I still thought it was
But
good.
I think the fact though that people said there is a twist had you already thinking that. Like if you didn't know there was a big plot twist, you wouldn't be looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, but the reason I got it is because I know how Nolan works. And this is one of the cool things about Nolan. Nolan doesn't have shots that are just there to be there. And the movie open now, for any of y'all that haven't seen Prestige, we're gonna get spoilers here, but that's just a warning. But anyways, the movie opens with a shot of those top hats all lying on the ground, and they're all identical and they all look the same. And I saw that and I was like, okay, obviously this is important somehow, right? Just kind of like mental note. So as soon as it gets to that part where Nicholas Tesla or David Bowie's character uh, electrifies the hat and it doesn't go anywhere, I was like, oh, it's duplicated and that's where all the hats are from. And it
Yeah.
just hit me. And then I was like, well, but I actually didn't think that was the twist. But it's just the more the movie went on, I was like, no, that's just definitely the twist. Um, and the
Kind
other
of
big,
like Inception-y a little bit with the
yeah,
top with the top hat.
yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
is. And I think it's just when you watch enough Nolan, you can kind of read how like he does his films, and that like things like that, all his shots are very important. So I don't
Right.
know. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten it, but I will say I wasn't necessarily looking for a twist there. It just kind of dawned on me when it happened. I was like, oh, that's definitely the twist. Uh,
So what'd
but
you
yeah,
give it?
I give it a 4. I will say this, and I've been noticing this the more I watch his movies. Now there's some exceptions, but he underwrites so many of his characters, and a 4 is really good. But or so like an 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5. But I found Scarlett Johansson's character to be like very underwritten, and even his wife. I found both of them. It almost felt like they existed just so he could move his plot along and like get to the end of the movie. And I know that sounds terrible, but it's just
Yeah.
even when his wife hangs herself, you don't really like feel sad. You just kind of feel like, whoa, that's crazy. But like, there's no like,
Yeah,
dang, like,
like you kind of feel sad just because you know it's a human being like hanging
yes,
themselves. But like if you knew who the human being was, you'd be more
yeah, yeah, and
sad
it would
more.
well, it would make in my opinion, it would make the actual like consequences of what you're seeing feel so much more important. But
Yeah.
because you like barely get any time to know her, and they're very like thinly written, it just it yeah. I mean, on a human level, it's sad, but it's not like you just don't feel very connected to either her
Right.
or Scarlett Johansson's character.
I
But
haven't seen that
that's
movie in forever, so I can't
yeah.
really. I need to rewatch for sure. My brother
But
loves that movie.
dude, it's fantastic. I've
It's
just heard
amazing.
everybody. Yeah, I'm not dogging on the movie, but that was just my big issue. That
Yeah,
kept me
for
from
sure.
thinking it was like the best thing I'd ever seen. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
what about you, Caleb? What you been watching?
All right. So recently, I mean, I watched the Odyssey twice in like the last week. So
Yeah,
that's the. I mean, we're talking about that soon, but that rewatched Oppenheimer. That movie's insane.
yes,
It's I I seriously think that Matt Damon could have gotten an Oscar for that. I think he's so good in it, and people overlook his performance in Oppenheimer. He's amazing. Other than that, like arguably for me, I may have the score to Oppenheimer over Interstellar, and
I
I
think
don't know
that's
if that's
fair.
crazy. I don't know. It
No,
might be a little crazy, but the Oppenheimer score is so good. It always gets my heart rate just up there, dude. Killian Murphy, like, dude, I used to honestly think that was an overrated performance, and I rewatched. I'm like, this is insane. I was an idiot. He is so good in it, and he's so believable. And I'm like, bro, this is. And I don't even really know much about Oppenheimer, but I'm like, bro, this is him.
Yeah.
That's literally just Oppenheimer.
What about Matt Damon's performance did you love so much? Like what specifically?
I think just from the intro, he adds some like it's like an atmosphere kind of just like I mean he's mad, he's demanding. Like that's the word I think describes his performance. He's just demanding. Like they're when they first start talking, their dialogue is like electric. It's so fun to watch. And they have like a long shot of them just talking in this meeting. And I think he's just so opposite from what he normally plays. I think you
Yeah,
never
I
see
agree.
him like that strong and like that. I'm not like physically strong, but you know what I'm saying, like demanding and like angry all the time.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's like a weird aspect that it's kind of like sick to see Damon just like he kind of just takes over in a way. But
yeah.
other than Damon, I if you're talking about some of the best performances that with like the shortest screen time, Casey Affleck is nuts. He is
Mm-hmm.
terrifying. He's
Mm-hmm.
so scary in that like whatever 10-minute run he had, maybe probably not even 10 minutes. But he's amazing. The whole cast is just honestly all time cast. Like everyone's great. Benny Safdie's even really good in it. So yeah, I watched that. Another one was, and I don't know if you've even heard of this, but it's called "It's Kind of a Funny Story."
Yeah, I've
It
heard of
has
it.
Zach Galifianakis in it,
Yeah.
and honestly, he's really good in it. I think this could that could be one of the like if you made a list of top 100 like comic turn drama performances, I think that's up there. It's easily on that top 100. He's very good in it, and it kind of just gave me a lot of shades of Perks of Being a Wallflower and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's like that's like the best way I can describe it. It's those two like mashed together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I I think people forget like how subtle of an actor that Galifianakis can be, like when he really tries.
Yeah.
Um, that the one that kind of showed that for me, like, and this is going to sound really stupid because I don't think this movie is like particularly like that good, but I remember watching Due Date and thinking, you know what? I
Whoa, you
know
don't
he's
think it's
just
good?
being no, it's fine. I don't think it's like I don't think it's anything special. I think it's good though. But I'm
Okay.
saying that like I don't think of Due Date as like one of the greatest like comedies I've ever seen. You know, I like Due Date though. I
Okay.
mean I laugh extremely like it cracks me up
It's a
every
really
time. It's
good
a
one.
really
Yeah.
funny movie. But it was one
Yeah.
of the first times where I was watching Galifianakis and I was like, yeah, he can act. He really can
Yeah.
act. You
Even
know.
in like like where he always plays like the really stupid character.
Yes. Yes.
but there's some slight moments where you're like, all right, he's showing like some
Well,
humanity here.
you feel for him a little bit when he's
Yeah.
conveying, like in a
Honestly.
weird way. You kind of start to feel for him a little bit certain parts, and you're like,
Yeah, like
"Dang!"
he's a
Like,
punching bag kind of for a friend
yes,
group. Like
yes,
that was
yeah. I also thought it was. I mean, we'll get into this later, but like briefly, I just want to say what you said about Matt Damon in Oppenheimer. I think is like the most underrated aspect of that movie because, in my opinion, that
brings.
is the least Matt Damon has ever been. Now I
I
know a lot of
agree,
people are going to disagree
honestly.
with that, but to me,
I'm
that
not mad at
was
it.
yeah. I mean, that is where he really just like, and it's weird because it's such a minor character, kind of, you know, but he really just steps out and is like just very commanding, very like different than what he usually is, and he just does it so well. So
Yeah,
yeah, I thought it was really cool. I think it's really interesting that you noted that
dude.
because I think you're
And he
right.
pulls off that mustache, bro.
He does, dude,
He looks
and
good in
well.
a mustache.
Yeah, he looks real good on a mustache.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, too many oh yes.
Oh,
Uh, but then today, just like a few hours ago, I watched A Bronx Tale.
Heck
And
yeah.
I didn't know you had that at a five, but I really liked it. I think he kind of nailed. And I'm not from New York or the Bronx, so I can't really say. But I think he kind of just nailed what you picture of that place. Like every person looked so New Yorkian. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good. It's good.
I liked it a lot.
It always felt like to me like the white version of Boys in the Hood, which I just to be clear, I love Boys in the Hood, but
Yeah.
Bronx Tale is like one of my favorite like screenplays
That's
of all
not a
time.
crazy thing to say.
No, I think
Now
it's
that
true. Yeah,
now that you bring that up, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, and they're totally different. Don't get me wrong, but like I feel the same way about both of them, right? And it's just yeah, there's something about the screenplay for A Bronx Tale that I just love. And I love the way it takes its time to really build that environment, like this very like genuine, just tangible, like it feels real, right?
Yeah.
It feels like what you're watching is not like just caricature of what you think Boston is, but it actually just feels like you're watching
Yeah, it
Boston.
feels like you're when he's walking through the streets, you're
Yeah.
there with him.
Yeah, and
I
the
will
the
you go ahead.
racism feels no. Sorry, I'll let you get back to what you're saying. But just like even like just the racist elements, the hate, the love, the like
Yeah.
confusion, um, all of that, and just the coming of age
Crime.
part. Yeah, the crime, like it's just so good, dude, and it just feels so there, and it just allows you, I feel like, to connect with it in a way that it's not like really easy to find. But I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, I will say though, some of the dialogue between C and Jane really bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think she was not great in it.
I don't remember
like
too well. I need to rewatch it.
if you rewatch it, like there's uh me and my friends we were watching it, and it was like we were just locked in. We weren't saying like a word the whole time. And then she starts talking, and then it would get quiet. And she'd say something, and then me and my friend just start laughing because the delivery of it was so like bad. But other than that, that was the only knock I really give it. I think I just love I love how like smooth the music is too. It's just a bunch of doo wop bands or doo wop groups or
Good.
whatever. It's just
Yeah.
nice. I feel like it's natural for the time too. Classic like
Yeah.
60s doo wop doo wop.
Though, well, dude, that's been like since I've been doing that whole like Scorsese watch through, trying to watch all his films, and dude, it is like one of my favorite part about all his movies is they very much have like that same musical vibe and so many of them, and it's so
Yeah.
just like it's so enjoyable to listen to. I don't really know why, but it just is.
Right.
Yeah, it's
It like puts you in that kind of, world a little bit. And
yeah.
my favorite of that is Taxi Driver actually. I mean, you got the poster, but cuz
I
that
yeah.
saxophone is just so beautiful.
So it's
Just
so
him
good.
driving at night through the
Yeah,
city with the saxophone, amazing.
yeah. Well,
We
I mean,
we could probably get into the review now of the
I was going to
Odyssey.
say, I mean, speaking of like, things that make you feel something,
Yeah.
we both watched the Odyssey and
Yes.
we would like to share our feelings on the Odyssey. So I think we should get into that.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, I think we should probably, spoiler territory. This is a spoiler review. So we're going to be talking
Yeah.
about things that if you haven't seen the movie, you probably don't want to hear about. So if you haven't seen
Yeah.
the movie, skip this part because we're going to go all in. But if you have,
We
please
love you.
stay and listen to it. Yeah.
Just kidding. We love both of you.
Um, yeah. So I guess first we should probably do like a basic plot breakdown, right? Because we can do that, and then we can just probably go from there to talk about
Yeah.
our thoughts, or even just like interject along the way. But um, so I guess you have, and you can always, Caleb, just correct me if I'm wrong because I
Mhm.
know my memory is probably gonna be a little foggy on some of this. But I mean, basically, you open with Travis Scott, Travis Scott's character. I forget his name, but like the poet guy, basically,
Yeah.
reciting like this song. about
A war,
Achilles.
a fleet. Yeah, sorry.
Dude,
Dude,
it's
it was
pretty
so
accurate. I'm
fire.
not even gonna
It
hate.
was
It's pretty
it
accurate.
was it was so fire.
Dude, it's great.
Like
Oh
at
yeah,
first,
it's
there's some like shock value to it because it's like, bro, that's literally that's Travis Scott. But then the
yeah.
more you like
Without auto
just
tune
live
too.
with it, like once you get past it, yeah, imagine auto tune. No, the
Yeah,
more you get past it, you just like, wait, this is kind of fire. Like you
yeah.
see what, like it, you understand what Nolan was talking about before with like, poetry and rap. How Nolan
Yes.
was saying that they have similarities, and you kind of see it. It's like that era's version, like of rap in a way. So I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty sick.
I
Um,
still thought Travis was an interesting choice for that because I never really
yeah,
associate Travis with that. But I don't agree. I don't disagree. I know that like I think his
yeah.
point is still valid. But yeah, so yeah, you get that, and then you are shown the scene where Sinon is speared, and
Yeah.
the Trojan horse, is started to drag away because it is a gift to, I believe it's Athena, right? Uh,
From Athena.
from Athena. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So a gift from Athena. So they start to drag it away to Troy, and I believe that's where it cuts to Matt Damon, does it not?
Yeah, talking to Athena. Yeah, because
Or
then that's when he
No, he's talking to Calypso, right?
is
Yeah,
it.
is it not? Because he's on
I
the.
think it was talking to Athena about like he was
Oh,
questioning her. He
you're
was
right.
questioning her
Yes.
about
Yeah.
which honestly, the more I see, I don't know why people hate on Zendaya so much. I think she's awesome. I'm not gonna like
Yeah. I'll
people are
say.
saying she's like in every
Yeah.
movie. I don't really think so.
No, I
I
don't think she's in every movie. I
she
do.
may be
She
in
is.
big movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think she's just in a lot of big movies.
Yeah.
Um, but every time somebody says that, I have two words: watch Euphoria. Like anybody that watches that show, regardless of what you think of the show, comes away
Yeah.
thinking that's like one of the best acting jobs anyone's ever
I've
done.
definitely seen clips of. I haven't seen
Yeah,
Euphoria, but I've seen clips of her just cooking. She's
it's impressive, man. It really is.
yeah.
I mean, outside of Timothy Chalamet, it's probably one of the best performances I've seen about like in regards to drug addiction and all of that. Like it's
Mm.
really really good, and it's yeah. She just she honestly she adds such a like deep like layer to that show that it's just incredible. So yeah, I'm with you. Anytime people complain, I'm like, okay, well, this is just hating to hate at some point.
Right.
I'm sure there's some valid reason, and it is subjective at the end of the day. So like you like to watch what you like to watch, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Did you like Calypso in this?
So I don't want to go too much into what I did and didn't like. Um, I liked the pick of Charlize Theron for
Yeah.
Calypso.
Hmm.
I just thought Calypso was really underwritten. Like she
I could see
feels,
that. Yeah.
especially in the real, like especially in the story, she is a very crucial part of Odysseus's journey. And I feel like in the movie, she's very much treated as, like I said, Nolan seems to do this in quite a few of his movies. She's more treated as a object by which he can move his plot along rather than a very crucial part of Odysseus's like journey. So I thought his casting choice was spot on, but I wasn't super impressed by what they did with her in the movie, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Where were we in the plot though?
Yeah, he's stuck on the island with
Yeah,
Calypso.
talking to
Yeah. And then if I remember right, it cuts from there and it goes into um
Ithaca.
Ithaca, yeah.
Ithaca.
And we get
Yeah.
introduced to
Telemachus and
hmm
Penelope and
Penelope and uh,
Antinuous. Is that his name?
Attenuous. Yeah, we get introduced to
Antinuous.
Attenuous, and we get introduced to what was the name? Emmaus. Emmaus. John Lugwiz, however you say his last name.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
mispronounce it, but you know,
He was nuts. He was nuts in that
he was
movie.
great, dude.
Awesome.
To me, one of my favorite performances in that movie. I
For
mean,
sure.
I loved his performance. And I actually saw someone, I don't remember who, like kind of like dogging on it the other day, and I was like, we did not watch the same movie,
They
man.
do
Like,
not. Yeah, they do not at
yeah,
all. Whoever
no,
that
like,
is
yeah, like they were saying,
should have
like,
slapped him.
yeah, dude, it wasn't so. Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. I mean, he really like he was really really good to me, and to me, one of the big emotional anchors of the movie, like, was
for
his
sure.
character.
Yeah.
Same with Penelope, by the way, which was my other favorite performance, Anne
She was
Hathaway.
great.
So very 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 like, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, we go there and we're introduced to all those characters, and we're introduced to kind of the tension between Antinous and Telemachus, and we're also kind of introduced to how Telemachus, um, we're introduced to the beginning of his character arc of becoming a man, and
Yeah.
how he feels this need to become a man, to become a ruler, but in no way is he like near that yet. Like, he is still so shy of that mark. And so
hmm
we're introduced to that, and we're introduced kind of to the conflict of Penelope, who feels weighed down by the fact that she hasn't seen her husband in forever, and
Right.
that she feels this pressure to pick basically a man to replace her husband, which she
I
doesn't want to do. And I thought that,
yeah.
yeah,
I personally on rewatch I really liked, and a lot of people say he was weak in this, but I actually really liked Tom Holland, and I loved his back and forth with Penelope.
yeah,
Like, I think he did so good at conveying that, like, there's some complications there because they're both loyal to Odysseus, but in their own ways.
yeah,
Because he could have easily just taken rule, or I guess she could have.
true, yeah,
She wanted to wait for a new. She didn't want a new king because she wanted Odysseus, and Telemachus wanted to make sure that if Odysseus is dead, then I'll take over. But if not, I need to know before I do that because so I think that his character was like obviously he's young in this, so he's like weak and he's not as strong and smart even as like a normal king would be. So he's doing his stuff in his own way, but I really liked his performance, and it's honestly a really good casting for that character. Just because I don't know, Tom Holland can play someone with like youthful so well. I feel like, and like
yeah.
slightly immature. Like I think he plays it so well. So I really like that. And then their back and forth was just pretty awesome in the beginning. Set the pace for the rest of the movie. It set the like standard, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I would probably disagree with you a little there. Now, to be clear, I am with you that I think people are, kind of being a little like, almost like performatively hating on his performance. It feels like, I don't know why, but it's just ever since the Spider-Man movies, it feels like people have this need to hate on Tom Holland, which I've never quite understood. I don't think he's definitely not like a Chalamet or a Pattinson, or you
No,
know
not yet. I
even
want him to get
even
there though.
I do too, but like, even a lot of other, actors that
Paul Mescal,
Paul Mescal, yeah, Paul Mescal,
Barry Keoghan. He's not
man, people Barry, talk about somebody that yeah,
underrated,
Barry
bro.
Keoghan is, yeah,
He's
super
so
super
good.
good. But what I was gonna say though is like, my issue with Tom Holland wasn't really Tom Holland. I just found that, especially in that opening part of the film, I really did not like how flat the writing was, especially since you're being introduced to all these characters. Now, look, I know that me saying it's flat is subjective, right? Okay, but I found it flat, and I found that kind of made it hard for me to get to his connected to his character in the beginning. But where I'll agree with you, and we'll get to this in a little bit, but when it comes to that, yeah, I would say the remaining three fourths, even last half of that movie, I think he does do a really, really good job. Um, and he really does sell like this son that is just yearning to like learn more about his father and just wanting him
Mhm.
to come home. And there's a specific scene at the end when it dawns on
Awesome.
him that the beggar is his father, and ooh, that was the best acting he did in the whole movie. And it
I
just,
agree.
yeah, it was so good. So I don't want to hate on his performance either. I also
Mm,
think he did really good. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So then, where were we? So there, he's talking to Penelope. Telemachus is.
Yeah.
Uh, what happens from there?
I believe. I mean, you kind of see them talk. You're
Yeah.
introduced to Emmaus's character, who's teaching him how to sword fight, right?
Mm.
Um, which
Oh
is like
yeah, because
set
it
up.
cuts to their training,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, which is like set up for his character arc as you see him. Almost like a um, coming of age arc for Holland's character for Telemachus. And it's also where you kind of get introduced to Odysseus because Emmaus starts telling Telemachus about his father. And so then that leads to cutting to different scenes where we also get introduced to Antinous as a kid too, which is interesting. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, and we see just how like loving and kind and how well respected Odysseus was by Ithaca and by his people. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
and the sad part, I was
yeah,
low key kind of jarred when you know they're doing that. Telemachus is practicing, and what's the blind man's name again?
I think it's Emmaus. Now I might be botching how you pronounce it. Uh,
uh,
yeah, it's Eumaeus. It just
Eumaeus.
Eumaeus. Yeah,
Okay, I'll just say it like that.
yeah,
Anyways, when Eumaeus is kind of like training him, right?
yeah.
Uh, then Tom Holland puts his shield down, puts his weapon down, and he just goes and like talks to him and tries and pets the dog, right?
Hmm.
And then it flashes back to where he found that dog, and he just chucks the dog off the
Dude, I
mountain. And I
know.
was like, bro, no, it's a cute little puppy. You
Dude, it
gotta
threw
like
me
slow
so
it.
off guard.
It was. I'm not gonna lie though, I did laugh a little.
Well, yeah, I mean it's funny, but it's like
It's
it's
funny, but it was like, damn, bro, it's a
yeah, no,
dog.
I know. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was funny in like a shocking way almost. Like it
yeah.
was like,
But
"Oh,
then,
what the hell?"
then if yeah, then a few seconds later, I'm like, oh, it's just that's a time. They probably
Yeah.
just did that all the
Yeah.
time. But yeah, so that was cool. And then it got to see that flashback of Odysseus and you know using his dog as a hunting dog, and then you see him get attacked by that boar where he gets that scar on his leg,
Yeah.
and he gets treated by that the old lady, and yeah, I thought every single like flash of just non-linear storytelling is just so sick to me. I always like non-linear storytelling, and
Dude, I do
it,
too. Yeah.
I love how he used it in this movie.
Yeah.
I think he used it perfectly.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I think one of Nolan's strongest strengths is his ability to do nonlinear storytelling. Um,
Yeah,
Somebody else that also does it really well, weirdly enough, is Greta Gerwig. Her movie Little Women does the same thing, just very similar to the Odyssey actually, and it does it very very well too. And there's just something about it that really works.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like obviously back to the Odyssey. You're right. I mean, all of those flashbacks, they don't really feel like flashbacks. They just feel like part of the story, almost like a memory, And
right.
it's really unique. It's really cool. I also enjoyed, and I kind of brought it up earlier in this episode, but it is cool to me how everything Nolan shows feels very purposeful. So you like brought up the boar attack. It feels so
Right.
just natural, but it's also so intentionally purposeful for later in the story.
Hmm.
And things like that are just so cool to me. Like
I
when
think
I
that's
just
why
see,
the pace. Sorry, but I think that's why the pacing works so well.
hmm
Because that could have been way longer than it needed to be, like really easily. But he just shows, he shoots this boar. The boar
yeah,
charges after him. He gets hurt,
yeah,
and then he gets treated. It's just like perfect, like he never does too much, or he never takes too long to get to the point, and that's insane to me. But
Yeah,
we
I
should
yeah.
probably move on
Yeah,
with the
yeah, let's yeah,
plot.
sorry. I feel like we could keep talking about this, but
I
yeah, so
know.
you you kind of get past that. I'll be honest, this is where it gets a little fuzzy for me. I don't quite remember how the rest works out in order, just definitely due to the nonlinear storytelling, but I do know that this is kind of where we so Telemachus, I don't remember if this is right after, but Telemachus decides to go to where does he go to? What's that place called? Because it's not Troy. It's
He goes to see Menelaus.
he does, but yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll just say that he goes to see Menelaus, and this is kind of
this is where it picks up
it
for
is,
me.
yeah,
This is where
because
it gets like next level.
yes, and I'll agree with that. It's where we start to get into like the very like the meaty stuff that Nolan
Yeah.
definitely was like just waiting. Excuse
Mm-hmm.
me. Nolan was waiting to tell these parts of the story. I could just tell. Like he, but anyway, so yeah, we get to Menelaus. We get our John Bernthal cameo, which is great as usual.
It's just himself
It's
again.
just himself
We
being
didn't. I will
bald,
say
and
we didn't get the. Let me tell you something. We didn't get that. He didn't mention
let me
naps.
tell you
I was
something,
kind of like, I was surprised he didn't bring up one of those.
dude. I was shocked he
Honestly,
wasn't just kind of chilling on the like. See, I was surprised he wasn't napping. I
dude, for
thought
real.
Bernthal was a big napper, man. I was kind
Especially
of
because that's like dude. He could have napped easy in that place.
yeah, dude.
He's got so much money now.
Yeah,
He's got food. I
yeah.
figured
I mean,
he would be
dude,
napping.
Helen of Troy could have taken care of that place fine. I mean, I'm telling you, I
Okay,
felt it. Her twin
yeah,
sister was a freaking demon, so she would have been fine.
true. But yeah, I this part is where it gets crazy. This part's where it like, and honestly, weirdly enough, it may be one of my favorite parts in the whole movie. Is so he's just talking to Telemachus. He brings up, you know, how the attack on Troy happened, and he just tells the story. And I this is where I got chills. Honestly, the whole sequence of them like tricking Troy and the
Yeah,
attack on Troy, just so much aura. It's insane.
yeah,
Like I legit had goosebumps.
yeah.
And
I
yeah,
no, I couldn't
chills.
agree. I also love how it kind of cuts there, and we'll continue the plot. And but I do love how it cuts there and like saves you this anticipation for like
Right.
what all because you remember like throughout the movie, Odysseus will get these like random flashbacks of him and Troy, and they're like very brief seconds, and I love how they left that anticipation of like something else happened here, but I don't know what it is. And
Yeah.
I loved that. I also thought that's where I was like, oh, Tom Holland's like actually acting in here, like
Hmm.
but yeah, so we move the plot along, right? All that happens, and then we see Odysseus leave, and he decides he's not going to go the trade routes. He's going to let the winds guide him, right, and see what it brings and what fortune he stumbles upon, right? And so he stumbles upon this island, and turns out goes in this little cave. Everything seems chill. Seems like there's a lot
Follows his
of
sheep.
yeah. And then a big old Cyclops shows up.
Big old
So,
fatty.
uh-huh. By the way, Caleb, I might have told you this, but like the dedication to capturing and camera on that Cyclops was wild because not only did they have like that massive puppet, which I think everybody has seen, but I think
Yeah.
most people don't realize there was no CGI on that puppet because what they did was they built a miniature set and they had an actual actor dressed up as the Cyclops do
Hmm.
all the actual like performance, and then they
Yeah.
just superimpose that performance on the other footage, which is so
Which
cool to me.
sneakily could be the most underrated performance of
Yeah,
the movie is
dude, I
him
can't
as the
disagree.
Cyclops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was talking to your brother today, and he was telling me because he just went and saw
Who?
it. Ira.
Ira?
Ira just went and
Yeah.
saw it, and he told me, he was like, dude, yeah, the sounds like that Cyclops was making was just like wild. I was
Dude,
like, yeah,
I
dude.
was legit like plugging my ears at the time.
Yeah.
It was so loud.
Yeah, it was so loud. It was
And
wild.
honestly, they're like, "Wait, he talks." And I was like, I didn't hear anything he said at all.
I
But
did. Yeah, I mean he
it
does,
was hard
yeah.
to like. Maybe I was just in shock over the scream.
They also, and I don't know, maybe there's like footage that they cut out, but in the book, it's way, or in the poem, it's way more like drawn out, and he says a lot of stuff. And the movie, they just kind of brush over it and like, oh, he said this. And the
Yeah.
book is way, way more drawn out,
Mhm.
because they're
I
actually
was
in there for a long time in the book. Like it's not,
not just like
no,
overnight.
I think it's even years in the book. Like it, yeah, oh yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, if I remember right, yeah,
Yeah, and honestly, I was kind of curious, like what cheese he was cooking up in there. You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
that cheese looked good, bro. I low key got me
Low key,
hungry.
bro. They got like fat, like looked like Santa Claus, like sacks of cheese.
I know, dude.
And I was like, bro, what you got in here? Gouda, white cheddar, Monterey Jack. I'm like, bro, let me get a piece. Like you
Oh,
can't really blame Odysseus for stealing the cheese, So
bro,
what you can blame him for is shooting him for no reason and running off. And that was kind of a dumb decision. I was like,
never
Odie, come
mind.
on now.
I was wrong. I must have been thinking of something else. He was only in there for 2 days, so they did it. They did in the movie, right? But
Yeah,
the Cyclops talking is way more drawn out in the book. I do remember
I
that.
see.
So,
But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. When he shot that arrow,
yeah,
I'm just like, Odie, come on, Odie, come on. Why are you
yeah,
doing this? Like
yeah.
you don't gotta do that. And honestly, in a way, at first when I saw it, I was like, wait, maybe he's onto something. Maybe he's shooting it so that the Cyclops screams,
Hmm.
and then he like alerts the people on the ships to get their ships ready.
Yeah,
But then I was like, they could have just walked off and he wouldn't have done anything.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
so that was a sick sequence. The whole time we were with the Cyclops was awesome, and then when the soldier brought up that it was Poseidon's son, I was
Mhm.
like, "Uh-oh, we're
Yeah,
cooked."
yeah,
And
yeah.
then more commences of just like more sequences of just getting my ears just bleeding from the
Yeah.
water splashing on the
Dude,
boat.
oh my gosh,
So
man, that
loud,
was
but in
it
the
was
best
so
way.
loud. Yeah.
I did not hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I will say
Maybe
this.
I the Cyclops may have been overboard a little.
Hmm, maybe, yeah. I will tell you this about the Cyclops. This is actually one of my big issues comes in like with this movie. And I am like significantly lower on this than most people, so I get it. But the way the arrow scene is like a substitute for a different the story does it differently. In the story, the Cyclops is actually like talking to them, if I remember right, and it says something like along the lines of like something about like nobody does this to me or something to me, or like nobody did this to me, something like that. And then Odysseus' character says, "Well, I am nobody," right? And so the
That's low-key
Cyclops,
tough.
it is, but while I like the arrow thing, I think what ends up happening is it kind of sacrifices this like ego that Odysseus is supposed to have, and I think that's kind of where I like was a little confused with how they wrote Odysseus because I never felt like he had the ego and pride that like he's supposed to have that really builds his character arc. I
Isn't
always
that
just yes.
you
What were you
don't
gonna
think
say?
that's like a showing of it when he shot the arrow?
Yeah,
I think
kind
I
of.
think since he shot the arrow, I feel like because
Yeah.
he ate
I,
the soldiers, he's like, take this and just dip.
I don't think it's that him shooting the arrow. I think it's more like the way his whole performance is carried out throughout that movie. I never felt like this like pride and almost just like haughtiness that he's supposed to have like as a character. It very much feels like he's kind of depressed and sad the whole time, right? And
Juice WRLD.
that's just yeah, yes. We got XXX
Lil,
Tentacion Odysseus before
Lil Peep
GTA 6.
Odysseus.
Lil Peep Odysseus.
Before GTA 6.
Dude,
Before
we
Batman
did.
2.
We freaking got emo Matt Damon before Batman 2,
That's
which
insane.
is wild to think about.
Yeah. Emo.
hmm
But all right, we should
Bro,
get
speaking
on with
of,
the
what?
plot.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so plot moves
No,
on.
go with that little sidetrack. I was kind of curious. What were you about to
Oh,
say?
I was just gonna say, like, what kind of music do we think emo Odysseus was listening to? Like,
Dude,
what was he bumping?
I mean, so, Trav was there, so if Travis
Definitely,
was there,
yeah,
Drake is probably around somewhere. So probably
true.
he's definitely bumping Marvin's Room.
Hmm.
He's got
Hmm.
Take Care Deluxe on.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
gets back and he's just
Ooh.
listening to Marvin's Room.
You think he just like gets in his room and he's like, he's like, my white friends doing cocaine with my white friends, and he's just like vibing out to that, and he's just like,
I love how you picked the least sad song
oh,
by
my bad.
Juice WRLD. The song about him having friends and
These girls are the same.
there you go.
They're in my brain.
My ears
I made it
kind of are on
another.
fire.
Oh, my bad.
No, good. You're good. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's just
Marvin's
like
Room. Marvin's
Odysseus,
Room.
like, oh my gosh, this is so relatable. Oh yeah, all these girls
I
are the
think he had
same.
to.
Like
It had to be something like that, and then he gets home and he's like, "Oh, Penelope, I'm so
Penelope.
sad.
I'm so. What's a
I'm so
father?
sad.
What's a father?
Back it up.
Bro,
Back it up.
you think Telemachus is just like scrolling social media and he sees an XXX club? He's like, bro, no, like seriously though, like what's a father?
Dude, he is the XXX
He
Tentacion of
is,
that
bro.
universe.
He really is.
He's definitely.
R.I.P. to the
Bro, if
goat,
they
by the
had,
way.
if they had the, yeah, RP. God bless
R.I.P. God
America.
bless.
If they had, if they had the right stuff, he'd definitely have like a Bart Simpson wallpaper.
1000%. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
let's get back
so
to this plot.
let's speed this plot along because we've been
Yeah,
yapping for a while
we
now. But
haven't yapping.
so yeah, so we have all this cool stuff happen. We get the Cersei scene, right? Really cool.
Sick
Like,
scene.
honestly, Caleb, if this is okay with you, I feel like let's speed through the plot and then actually get to how we feel about the movie, so that we can like kind of condense
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's
Because
do
I
it.
feel like we could talk
We've been
forever about
yapping a
this
little
one.
too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. So guys, we
We can
get
get
this.
on. We do rabbit holes like crazy.
Yes. So we get the Cersei scene. Dope. Great scene. We then get he goes to Hades next, right? I feel like it's
Well,
Cersei.
I think we missed the Giants.
Dude, I don't know how I forgot about that. Okay, so yeah, you're right. We get the Giants, loses a lot of men, ships, goes to Cersei. His men are like doubting him. So that's like a big pivotal point. But then he ends up saving his men, right? Like from being pigs. Really cool scene, by the way. I forget the woman that played Cersei, but she does a phenomenal job.
Samantha Morgan.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
her name?
great. I don't.
Morton.
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah. She
Um,
was sick. So
yeah,
good.
she's absolutely so good in there. So
Yeah.
she gives a great performance and really cool scene. So we go from there to like Hades, and everything just seems like it's going downhill. And Hades, I'm gonna get into things I don't like about this film. Hades is not one of them. I've also
Chef's
heard
kiss.
people, yeah, chef's kiss. I've also heard people hate on Elliot
Beautiful.
Page. I don't mind Elliot Page in that scene at all. I actually think it's a really good
Loki, very
performance.
good.
Yeah,
Loki, very good.
like it's really, really good. And so I don't know, like great scene, great performances, really moving, really powerful, and very just like dark and beautiful. In just such the strangest way. Anyway, so good. So then we go from there, and we really feel the wrath of Poseidon. Well, no, that's not it yet, is it? No, it's not.
Well,
Yes, it
they
is.
stop.
No,
No, because they stop at the
yeah,
place
because
with
he
the
has to go
cattle, with
shoot.
all the
Yeah,
cattle, and they can't
no,
eat they get warned about the that
no, because you have the siren
they.
song first.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is my other favorite scene. So you get the siren
So
song. Beautiful
But
scene.
in Hades, they warn them about, no
Yes.
one's ever listened to the siren song and survived. And then they warn him about, you know, uh, about going to that land with the cattle. And
Yeah.
they say that if, if they eat the cattle, then they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's
and
crazy.
I love how he sets that up there, and then we
Yeah.
see it take place. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to the siren song.
Yeah. Such a
I
good
think
scene.
that might be the best scene in the movie.
I think so. I think it's the most emotionally powerful scene, at least in my
Definitely
opinion.
top three for sure.
Yeah. Um, I thought the score, that's where the score really felt like it excelled to me. That one track
Oh,
alone
beautiful.
is so beautiful, and it was just yeah, it was an amazing scene to watch. Um, yeah. So yeah, we get that. We obviously his some of his men end up being sacrificed because that's the deal he had to make. Even though he's trying his best to go against the gods, but at some point he just doesn't have that power, and you really see that there. And you also see his men start to keep doubting him because they realize that he knew that and he didn't do anything, and it just kind of builds this. I don't want to say a hate, but more of like a distrust between him and his men and a resentment. But yeah, then they go from there. They go to that island because they're just starving, and he tells them they can't eat meat because if they do, they'll die. They eventually just get exhausted, though. They end up eating meat, and that's when the wind starts to pick up. So the boat starts. They get in the boat and they start to head out back to the water, and that's when Poseidon traps them. And we get probably the loudest scene I've ever seen in a movie theater. Like,
So loud.
holy freaking hell. Yeah, it is so loud.
Dude,
It's
insane.
so loud.
And it felt like it goes on for so long.
Yes.
But that and the Cyclops scene were so loud. Insanely
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. Yeah, but that scene just was so prolonged, man. And it just,
Yeah.
but it also just immersed you in it. And I thought that was really cool. That was
Yeah,
the
I
part I
agree.
loved about it. You really felt like you
It's
were there.
like I'm on the boat with them, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It
look at
just,
Poseidon.
yeah.
Chill.
Yeah. It was yeah, such an immersive scene. Yeah, so then he's separated from his men there, and that's where we find out how he ended up with Calypso when he drifted away from his men. Obviously, they died, and he ends up with Calypso, and that's kind of where it brings back, like it kind of closes his storyline with Calypso, and he realizes he has to go back to Ithaca. And to me, this is where the movie actually becomes a great movie, is when he goes back to Ithaca, and he floats away on his little raft that he made, and he just submits himself to the fate of the gods because he realizes he doesn't have the power to go against the gods. He doesn't have the power to go against the supernatural. He's not supernatural. He's just a man. And so he just submits himself to his fate, puts his, the life in the hands of the gods, and he ends up back on Ithaca. And he takes the advice of not Cersei, yeah, Cersei, who told him that, you know, was it not Cersei that told him he wouldn't be accepted? No, it wasn't Cersei. It
There's
was
Agamemnon.
Agamemnon, yes, who
Yeah,
on
he told him
Hades,
to disguise himself.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why I
which
thought it was
that
Cersei.
we also kind of looked past that a little bit, and I'll talk
Yeah,
about it after. But Agamemnon talks about how he dies,
hmm
and one of the sickest. He's just any scene with him is so sick.
yeah.
But
And by
yeah,
the
we'll
way,
talk about that.
Lupita Nyong'o gives a phenomenal performance in that
Honestly,
part.
yeah,
Like she
yeah,
doesn't have anything to say, and she still makes that part so memorable. You
yeah.
really feel her character there, for especially for how little screen time she has. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, but yeah. So he ends up back on Ithaca. He wakes up on the beach, and Athena is sitting right next to him, and she tells him where he is. And yeah, and so we go from there. He goes to find Emmaus. Now, we kind of skipped over this, but like in the background, like they kind of interject another storyline off and on throughout Odysseus's, which is continuous, both trying to woo and win over Penelope and, convince her to, marry him, while also sending out basically like I don't know, what would you call them? Like these goons? I don't know, whatever you want to call them, to go freaking
His gooners.
bunch of gooners to go.
His gooners just pull up.
He picked up a bunch of Reddit incels and hired them to go, freaking assault Telemachus with their
Yeah.
special gooner powers. So yeah.
No.
Oh. Anyway, so
That
yeah,
one dude had probably the most punchable face like of all
dude,
time.
and every movie he's in, he has the most punchable face every time.
And to that actor, I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro, we love you.
I'm
No
sure
hate.
I'm sure you have a lot of money and you could like
Yes.
strike us with your lawyers and stuff.
Yeah, bro. We don't.
You
It's
won't
trust.
see
It's not
this.
personal. No, you won't. But it's okay.
He won't.
Uh,
Anywho.
So yeah, so we go from there. Emmaus is devastated because he just, he basically was just like very mistreated, and he just feels like Ithaca is basically nigh to destruction, And bro, stop laughing. It's not funny.
I know, it's just the way you said it.
No, yeah.
You said it so sassy.
Yeah. My goodness.
That's,
Don't talk to
that's
me like
just nasty.
that.
All right,
Oh, my
continue.
bad. Anyway, so like Odysseus shows up. He's like, "Yo, miss, I'm back. Let's go kill all these people." They grab
Lady
like
food.
freaking ARs and they just friggin' John Wick the whole entire
Didn't have
palace.
ARs, but I love
Yeah,
what you said.
sorry, my bad. Anyways, yeah, so he shows back up and it's kind of a very like it's supposed to be a pretty emotional scene, and it's subjective whether you think it's
Oh,
emotional.
man.
But yeah,
I love that monologue where he's talking to Penelope, but she doesn't know it's him. She's
dude,
telling
yeah,
or he's telling her that about all the shame that he has
yeah,
from doing what he's done in this past, and she finds out that it's they're the men from the sea
mm,
that everyone's been talking about coming in to slaughter everyone, and that kind of fear that they brought about the whole they made the whole world fear him, kind of that whole monologue. That's probably up there and some of my favorite in the movie too.
yeah.
That's
Fair
where I
enough.
think Damon is amazing. And I don't know if you agree, but we'll get into that soon. We're almost done with the plot summary. But
Yeah. So look, we gotta rush this along because I actually do want to talk about what we do like and don't like. And
yeah.
so let's just finish this out. Basically, what happens? Odysseus disguises himself, pretends to be a beggar, so he can witness the state of Ithaca, which he does on one of the nights in the dining room. This is obviously after he saved Telemachus from the gooners that were after him, and he Telemachus has this moment where he recognizes it's his father, and after that night of feasting, Odysseus goes up to Penelope, confesses all these things about himself and the sea people, but doesn't reveal that it's him. So she holds this challenge, right? And this challenge is to see if any man is worthy of marrying her. And the thing is, only Odysseus would ever be able to complete that challenge. And so Antinous tries to grandstand, make this big, oh, no one's ever worthy of Odysseus. You should be with me because I'm hot and I'm sexy and I'm Robert Pattinson. And
which is all true.
It is all true. It's all true.
But
And
you're
he's
not
Batman.
Odysseus.
But he is Batman, bro. Let's be real. Should it be a conversation though? Like maybe Penelope was wrong because Batman, Odysseus,
Odysseus defied the gods.
yeah, and Batman freaking has a motorcycle that looks dope. So
And his Batmobile is pretty sick.
and his Batmobile. And Batman
And
listens
he
to Nirvana. So
hold on.
We got emo Juice WRLD Odysseus and we got Nirvana Batman. Like what?
But he's low key emo in that too. But he's more.
But
like
it's
a cool
Nirvana.
emo.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He's got that
Nirvana.
grunt. He's got that grunge rock blasting.
But he's good though. He's got Zoe Kravitz. He's chilling. He doesn't need any more.
That's true, bro. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, man.
Give Odysseus some. He needs something.
It's okay. So, anyways, yeah. So Penelope says hell no, I want Odysseus. So Odysseus shoots this bow. By the way, Matt Damon has never shot a bow in his life, but that's okay. Odysseus shoots this bow. It it goes through all the rings. Everybody's like, no, and they all freak out. And then Odysseus
Kills
goes
everyone.
John Wick on that entire palace, bro.
Goes
And
nuts.
it and Robert Pattinson has some of the dumbest lines I've ever heard in a movie, but because he's a good actor, it works. Because no one else could do or like make me believe a single thing he does in that scene. But that's okay. And
I believe
yeah,
it.
I know
I'll
because it's
tell you
Robert
why I
Pattinson.
believe it. I'll tell you
Oh,
why I believe it later on.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, dope scene. And Tenuous gets like freaking stabbed, and we watch him die, and it's super satisfying. And
Oh, I thought you were about to say sad. I was like, for who?
bro, it's not sad. It's super like
I know.
freaking cool. Anyway, super
I know.
satisfying. Um, and yeah, so Telemachus gets to become king. Do we ever really get a character arc for him? No, but that's okay because we just love to forget about that. And
Need one.
uh, yeah, okay, shut up. He just, yeah, for some reason he's a man now. He gets to be king. And we get this beautiful scene, and probably one of my favorite scenes in this movie, outside of like just the obvious ones, but like kind of like an underrated scene in this movie,
I
where
agree.
we see Penelope and Odysseus ride off into the sunset,
Beautiful.
fulfilling like their dream. And it's genuinely beautiful. Once again, another part that was deeply emotional, even for me. And yeah, so yeah, that's the Odyssey, baby.
Heck yeah, bro.
Travis Scott Oscar nom coming. That's all I gotta say,
I really hope so. Honestly, that
bro.
song
There's
is
no. He
fire.
doesn't have enough freaking. Oh, you mean for this song? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's what I was. I thought you were mentioning when you texted me that after I watched the movie. You're
No,
like
dude. I was talking
Travis
about.
Scott Oscar nomination.
I was
I
talking
was
about his
like,
performance, dude. Like,
oh
I wasn't bought into that
yeah.
movie, but when Travis spoke, I was like, nah, this is the Odyssey right
Right?
here.
2 minutes of screen time.
Yeah. So for 2 minutes, that was a masterpiece.
Honest. Okay, I can see that.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm just kidding. All
So,
right,
do
Caleb.
you want to get into the segment first before we talk about our thoughts on it?
I mean, we've given so many thoughts. I say we finish like closing thoughts, how we liked it and didn't like it, and then we do the segment to kind of close, and then we'll just do
All
some
right.
like final stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. So you go first.
Yeah. All right. Um, where did we leave off before we stopped giving thoughts? I guess like the Cyclops. So I, from
Just
that
give your
point on,
general thoughts, yeah, or like
yeah.
general thoughts or critiques.
Okay. So the whole movie to me is just I'm kind of just in awe on how it was made. And it made me instantly want to just watch like a behind the scenes on it and just learn about what happened for it to like not be CGI. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing I was curious if it is CGI was that mountain like monster thing that comes out of the
Yeah,
mountain
yes
and
and
picks him
no.
up.
Like obviously
I
the
didn't know anything about that.
yeah. So like what you see on the boat with like the actors getting pulled up, that's
Yeah.
real. But like obviously that the thing in the mountain, like when you see it retract, that's CGI. At least as far
Yeah.
as I know. But I
That's what I'm
was.
saying though, because you think like obviously that's CGI,
It could be
but
a
then it's
miniature.
Nolan.
It could be a
Yeah,
miniature. I mean,
miniature would make sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, by the
but
way,
yeah.
hold up. You do know this, right? Sorry, this is such a random side note. You know, like everything have you seen Blade Runner 2049?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, everything you see in there is
Love
basically
that
a
movie.
miniature. Everything you see in there is basically a miniature.
That's
What they
crazy.
did to make it look that good is insane. So
Yeah,
yeah,
one of the best
freaking
looking movies ever.
long
But
live miniatures. By the way, just want to throw that
bring
out
back
there.
miniatures.
Bring back
We love.
miniatures. We
You
love
don't need
miniatures
anything
here.
huge.
Here at Realism,
Honestly,
we are a big fan of miniatures.
honestly, if it's something really big, maybe it lacks in personality, and
Yeah, I agree.
sometimes you need a miniature to just like, you know,
Yeah,
miniature.
dude.
Normally they're good people, and bigs.
All right, bro.
Anyways,
Hey,
back to the plot. So not the plot, but my thoughts on it. Everything honestly, I see like very few flaws, and every character is so cool to me. Every character honestly has meaning.
hmm
Um, the cinematography is insane.
yeah,
That
I
shot
agree.
with the Trojan horse on the beach is so sick to me.
Yeah, it's
And
iconic.
Agamemnon just camping on that when
Hmm.
they open the gates. Aura, Darth
Hmm.
Vader,
Yeah.
Agamemnon going
Yeah.
aura for aura. That's sick. The score is just insane again.
Hmm.
Ludwig might be the GOAT eventually.
Yeah, he's
He's
getting there
so
for sure.
young
Yeah.
and he's got so much left. But that the performances, like I said, are just like all good to me. I don't think there's a bad performance. Uh, and just I love nonlinear storytelling. It's perfect in this. That's I know people critique the editing. I love the editing. Um, and my favorite scenes were this. I think the top three for me would be the whole Hades scene is just amazing. Yeah, you get to see Sinon's like little monologue.
Hmm.
Great acting, awesome. Like Sinon was
Yeah.
scary in that.
Yeah.
You get to see Agamemnon's little story on how he died, and even when he pulls up, it's like everyone else walks out of the way, and he's just better than everyone. He's just mogging
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. I agree.
Then he talks about his backstory. So sick. Everyone in my theater jump scared at the when he got stabbed. um,
Yeah, dude, I was not ready for that.
yeah, and then so yeah, that whole sequence is so sick. And then the sirens scene, that monologue that he gives about it tells you what you most want, and what you most want is
Hmm.
what you most can't have. That
Yeah,
whole
it's
thing was
beautiful.
so beautiful with the
Yeah.
score. And then the third is his monologue to Penelope at the end. And I
Yeah.
don't know if these are all monologues. I feel like they are though.
Yeah. I
And I love that the siren song was the song that played during that monologue with Penelope. And
yes.
it brought you back to that like shame that he has, that guilt that he has. And
Yeah, it does.
Matt Damon was jacked. He was hot. He was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Uh, I dude. Also, I wanted to see John Bernthal with the helmet on more, because when you first see him, he's got that helmet on with the that thing that goes up like this.
Dude, it looks
He
cool
looked
too.
so sick. He looked
Yeah,
so
it
good with
does.
it.
Yeah.
John Bernthal's good as usual, but yeah, all the performances, writing to me was fine, perfectly
Hmm.
fine. It gave enough writing to each person. Um, Directing, just really no misses for me.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thoughts on it, but
Yeah.
it's
Um.
everything I like in a movie. If I'm being real,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
like big sets. Uh,
Yes. Hmm.
there's just the whole thing's just massive. It's a huge scale, so
Yeah.
everything was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot. Like individually, I think I agree with most of the things you said. For me, my favorite part is always Nolan's dedication to 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 filmmate. His dedication to in-person, very tangible, very like um, you can feel his movies. His movies feel very there. They feel very real, and it's because they are. And I love that about Nolan. I'll always love that about Nolan. Um, and it shows so much in this movie, and it's what makes this movie so epic. Is just the effort he puts into capturing everything that he can, but in a sense that you feel that it's actually there. And a lot of times it's because it's actually there. And I love that. And that is probably my favorite part about the Odyssey is how just grand and big and bold and just adventurous the movie feels. Right.
yeah,
And even how like beautiful and at times emotional, like emotionally touching the movie is. I really enjoyed that. Uh, where I start to differ from you is I think the writing is mid. Sometimes I actually think it's bad,
whoa, dude.
and then sometimes I just think it's like it's mid, and then sometimes it's good. I think the siren scene is perfect. I think his conversation with Penelope is beautiful. I think I found the scene with Cersei is phenomenal. Um, You mentioned editing. I actually agree that on a whole, I think the movie is very well edited. It's very well paced. It's put together very well. What I don't like is how a lot of the individual scenes are edited, especially the scenes that are kind of treated like throwaway scenes that are kind of just there to move things along. I did not love some of the way I didn't love how some of them felt rushed and like needlessly rushed. Um,
Dude, I don't think there was a throwaway scene.
I don't mean throwaway, but scenes that felt like Nolan didn't care as much about those scenes as others. And I say that because the scenes felt rushed. Like he was like, okay, this isn't as important, and the scene just feels kind of rushed. Where to me, I'm like, no, let it breathe. Let us actually feel these characters. Let us actually feel what they're feeling. Like live through this conversation with them, live through this experience with them, instead of just kind of giving us what we need to know and then moving on, right? Now that is a personal preference thing. I know clearly everybody loves this film, so I'm differentiating. I guess being contrarian to the
Yeah,
popular
you're being
opinion.
contrarian
Yeah,
because
whatever.
you hate
But
Nolan, you hate everything. Fine.
dude, if I hated Nolan, that that'd be pretty dumb. Thankfully, I don't hate Nolan. Uh,
Joking.
yeah, but performance wise, I mostly agree with you. I didn't love Himesh Patel, but I think that to be fair, everybody else did. So I might just be missing something. I will say the second time I watched it, his performance like improved significantly in my mind. So I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I
I
thought it
yeah,
was really good. I don't think he's one of like the top five in it.
no, yeah. For me, Anne Hathaway really sold the movie for me. Any scene
Yeah,
she was in, I felt
she's dominated.
yeah. I mean, dude, she just her screen presence is so big anytime she's in that movie, and you feel it, and you feel her emotion, and you feel her motivations, and you just understand her. And there's something to be said for how good her performance is to make you feel all those things, especially with how little she is in the movie comparatively, you know.
Yeah,
um
true. By the way,
I
she's just a homie. Like,
She is a
not a
homie,
homie.
bro.
Like, you just want
You
every
just
person would
yes,
want
dude.
someone like that. You know,
Dude, yes, bro. Yeah, give me some
every
freaking Hathaway in my life, bro.
yeah. Well, not
Just
even
freaking
that. Just like the character, she's just so loyal.
I
And
forget that,
like,
bro. Just give me Anne Hathaway. I'd love to have
you know
that.
what? I'm with you on that. But sadly,
I know, bro.
she's pregnant.
I know.
Someone's got it already. But
It's okay though.
uh,
So all I'm saying is
yeah,
we all need a homegirl like Anne Hathaway in our life, right? And that's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Anyways,
True, true.
yeah.
And
So
Telemachus. And Telemachus.
Antelemachus,
All right.
Antelemachus. I'm
Hey,
just
watch
kidding.
this. Telemachus is a good guy. I think he did his best for his age, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was trying to be a stand-up person. So
No,
you
for
mock me
sure.
all you want about Telemachus, you'll never be him. That was not necessary, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Big
Telemachus
T,
is a dope guy. Big T, Spotlight. But if I can do
Big
my
T was
yeah,
tough.
Big T was super tough, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. So in general, I love the movie. I think the problem is the issues I named. It's that they significantly took me out of the movie, and so I didn't feel the movie as much as I wanted to, and I definitely didn't get emotional about the movie, like at all. I
I got like chills. I didn't really get emotional.
I didn't even get
Uh,
chills though, which I usually get with Nolan. So I that was a big letdown for me.
there's something. I think there's something wrong with you then.
Bro,
I think
watch
that's a you
Interstellar.
problem.
Interstellar will give you chills, and I know that's a basic
Chills, yeah.
take. I
And
know that's a
Oppenheimer.
basic take. Yes, dude. Yes.
Soon we will do a Nolan ranking
We will.
because
You will.
I'm very
Yeah,
curious on what your stupid list is gonna be like.
bro. I actually think we should kind of make that our goal, and like over the next couple of weeks, try to rewatch anything we haven't seen like recently, and then yeah,
Yeah,
I think we should do a
I'm
Nolan
down. I'm
ranking.
down.
I think that'd be a good episode.
I
Um,
think people will hate your list.
I think my list will be better than you think. I do try to be objective. Like I'm not trying to just
Yeah.
rage bait. I don't think it's gonna be.
Object? Do you actually? I feel like your taste is way more subjective than mine.
No, I think my taste is way more refined, but not like, okay, hear me out. No, 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 no.
Whoa.
When I say refined, like I've really detailed down what I think makes a movie different, like tiers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't
I know
mean
what you're saying,
refined
yeah.
in that
You think
like,
more aspect like you think about more aspects of it
yeah, I think more
maybe than I
aspects
do.
of it, and I think I'm more picky with what I put into certain like,
Definitely.
yeah, I think that would be a bigger thing because I think we both share the same love for this movie. I'm just
Yeah.
not gonna put it as like a masterpiece, and you might, and that would be like the difference.
Oh, I am. Don't worry.
Which is fair. By the way, dude, most people are, and it's a fair. Like the beauty of art is that it's subjective, and that everybody is able to feel some type of way and interpret things differently, and different types of art speak to different types of people, and it's I think like that's the coolest part about all of this. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it's like a I'm right, you're wrong thing. I think it's more just like interesting to talk about. Like I don't know, but
Yeah. You're
yeah.
going to say that, but then when I have a take, you're going to get very pissed.
Yeah?
That
Oh,
I'm
well, we'll
sure
just
there's
have
some
to
rage
see.
baiting. There's some rage
I'll
baiting going
rage
on here.
bait you, bro. I will rage bait the freaking crap out of you.
Watch this. You already
Watch
have.
this. Watch this. You're a bad person, and I don't like your movie taste. Watch that. Rewind it,
Just watched
play it
it. So
again, get rage baited.
I will, and I'll watch it in the mirror and cry.
I'll have it on
But yeah,
repeat
uh,
all night.
that's
I'll
kind of our
set it as
just
my
thoughts.
alarm. I'll wake up to
Okay,
it. When I commit suicide, it'll be my 15th reason.
15th. You skipped a few. Uh,
I've already got 14, so I'm just kind of waiting.
so that was our thoughts on the Odyssey.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, great movie, The Odyssey.
Yeah,
Just
and
absolute banger.
we kind of want to do like a little segment where
Yup.
we don't have a name for it yet. We'll workshop something. But basically we just picked out reviews from Letterbox,
It's
random
called
movies that
Guess the Movie from the Reviews.
okay.
And for right
And
now, we'll come up with something better, but
if you don't understand what's taking place here, is we picked two movies that we've both seen, and we're gonna read the review, and he has to guess the movie based off the review. Hence the name, guess the movie based off the review.
I didn't
Which we're
pick
still
movies that
working on.
I didn't pick movies that I'd seen. I think I might have seen one of them because the way this works, right?
Well, I know. I see what you're saying now. Yeah,
Yeah, like the way this works is you're going to read the review and then I have to
I
guess the movie you picked.
didn't really think of that.
Yeah.
TBH, but I'm sorry for saying TBH by the way. But I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, you should
That is my.
apologize.
Yeah, that's my bad. All right,
Um,
so I think we do 1-1. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You go, I go. You go,
Okay.
I go.
Yeah. Okay. So we got the first review. It's a two
Hit me
star
with it,
review.
Big
It's a
Daddy.
2-star review from James, who
Ooh.
says, "Gonna go back in time to stop Sean Levy from ever making movies."
Oh wow. Okay. Off the bat, I'm thinking it's number one, either a Sean Levy movie, or
Yeah.
it's a time movie, like a
Oh,
time machine movie or something.
yeah. What's your guess? Pick a
So I'm
movie.
gonna get back in time. Obviously, the big one is Back to the Future.
Mm.
That's
Are
one
we
of
going
them.
with Back to the Future? Is that our pick?
Or Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. That's another one.
Oh, you've seen that?
Because
I
they
haven't seen that.
bang bong
Dang,
fire
dude, I need to
movie.
see that.
Uh, so all right. So with the way you just reacted, it's not that one.
Yeah. So yeah. Please guess this movie.
I'm gonna go Back to the Future.
Yeah. So you're wrong. So let's move on to the second review. It's another
No, let me
two.
do mine.
Oh, no, no, no. Wait. We got to do one movie at a time. Like, so I'll do a movie, then you do. No, I have 3 reviews for you.
Oh, I have two.
That's okay. That's fine. I have
Okay,
3 reviews for. No, no, no. I have 3 reviews for each movie. I'm going to give you 3 chances. You can just give me one. That's fine. But
Oh,
I want you to hear some.
that's
It's
why it
okay,
was
bro.
taking you so long
Yeah,
to
yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay. We got another
All
two
right.
star review from this guy named Will. Same movie. But he says,
Come on, William.
The kind of film you'd get free with a Happy Meal.
Now this is kind of making me think back to a Sean Levy movie.
Yeah.
Just because you emphasize the word free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Free Guy.
You're still wrong, but
That's
you're getting there.
I'm gonna
One more review. It's your last
gonna
chance. 1-star review. It says
Okay.
they should have stopped the coronavirus from happening instead.
All right, so it's a back in the time, back in the past, in the future,
Yeah.
back in time movie.
Sean Levy, future time.
Stop bringing up Sean Levy. You're trying to discombobulate me.
I'm not. He's a key factor.
You little Nimrod.
Yeah.
I don't. So he's a key factor. Watch this. Avengers Endgame.
That's not Sean Levy.
But he made Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, dude.
That's
No,
Marvel.
it's the Atom Project. Dude, I know. It's so funny. Dude, aren't these reviews so funny when you think?
I thought that was straight aliens. Oh,
All right, bro.
I suck at this game.
Hit me with these reviews.
Okay.
Hit me with your review for the.
You got one more after this?
Yeah.
Okay,
I got another movie for you.
I'll give you two. I'll give you like 2 to 3 guesses. I only
Okay.
have one review.
Yeah, so give me 3 guesses, but give me 1 review.
Okay. Or I have 2 reviews, but you know.
Right. No. I know what you mean.
Okay. The first one is, I didn't understand anything in this entire poker thing, but I strongly believe that something important happened.
Oh, it's Casino Royale.
What? No?
What?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
It
what? Was okay. I was like, wait.
How'd you get that?
Bro, it's like Casino Royale is probably in my top 11 films of all time. Like I have 10 and the Casino Royale is 11. Casino
Is it even
Royale
a 5?
Maybe now it's my most rewatched film I think ever. I
How
love
many
Casino
times?
Royale. Like 6 in the last year. I love Casino Royale.
His nuts were getting spanked with.
Yeah.
That was
It's
wicked.
freaking yeah, it's
Dang
freaking
it,
great
I shouldn't
movie.
have guessed that one. I honestly just scrolled down and tapped on one.
No, you're good, dude. All right, bro.
Alright, hit me with the next one, Big Papa.
4-star review for this movie
Okay.
from Comrade Yui. He says, 2 gay buddies blew up Elon Musk's space program.
Hold on. One more time, please.
2 gay buddies blew up Elon Musk's space program.
2 gay buddies blew up Elon Musk's space program. So, we're thinking space here.
Yeah.
Gay buddies.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually gay, which is why I think the review is kind of funny.
Yes.
The gay buddies, I think, is Ryan Gosling and the guy from The Bear. I'm going Project Hail Mary.
No, so close.
What?
But you're so close, but so
what?
far.
Ryland Grace and
Yeah. No, I know. I've seen the movie.
Marcus from The Bear. I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I
All right.
like your attitude.
So we have another 2-star review. This is from.
Wait. Oh, okay.
It says.
my bad.
Yeah, this is a 2-star review. It says, "This is what happens when white dudes watch too much hentai."
How does this help me in the slightest?
Bro, have fun.
This legit does not help.
When you know this movie, you're gonna freaking die. Like, it is hilarious.
So 2 gay space guys that watch hentai. That's definitely far off with that one. This is what happens when gay
White dudes watch too much hentai.
Oh shit! Oh my bad. White dudes watch too much hentai. Is it like? All right, what happens? I feel like this might be like.
It's a very popular movie. I will say that. Like, it's not necessarily new, but it's a very popular movie.
I feel like this could be Kill Bill.
No, no, you are
There's a
going in
lot of
the
Japanese
wrong path.
aspects. Yeah,
All right. There's a 1-star review by Dumbsville that says Eminem Fortnite.
that's it.
That's it.
Dude,
Bro,
all these
think.
reviews are totally different.
I'm telling you, when I tell you the
All right, let's
movie,
put
they
this
all
together.
make sense.
Let's put this together. So, two gay dudes blow up space, Elon's space thing. Um, they both watch hentai, and they play Fortnite and listen to Eminem.
Yeah. So, what kind of movie do you get with that? This is this is a pretty big movie when it came out too.
Sounds like the worst movie ever made.
Some would say that.
Oh, yikes. So, I'm gonna go. I guess Eminem. I'm just going 8 Mile. I don't know.
Dang. It's Venom.
That might be the worst three strings of reviews I've ever heard.
Bro, but they're so funny.
It does. It's so weirdly like actually works though.
The hentai one, like was trying so hard not to laugh when I read that review.
I don't get the hentai one though.
Because do you? I don't know how to explain this to you, so I'm just gonna let you not get that review.
Why? Like, cause there's these
Like
tongues.
no, they're saying like whoever wrote the movie, they're definitely watching hentai. Like in other words, this story only happens when white dudes are watching too much hentai, right?
That's fair.
Yeah,
That one is pretty good.
yeah.
All right,
All right.
mine is mine is a little different. All right, this is the review. Those kids had quite the perfect brat summer.
Hmm. Brat Summer, those kids.
On paper, this is very easy, but if you don't know it, you're cooked. Because there's
Yeah.
so many movies this could.
Yeah, I know. It just, yeah. Huh.
Hey, you
Okay.
got this.
So it's kids. On
Kids.
paper, probably means that they actually didn't, which means they did something that sounds super cool in theory, but ended up not being cool. So,
I mean,
or like, not that it wasn't cool, but like a lot of stuff definitely went down. So I'm gonna
I don't know.
say,
Did it?
this wouldn't make sense, but Perks of Being a Wallflower.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's my
You
first
get two more
guess.
guesses.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Is it? I'm trying to think. Is it Almost Famous?
No. You're going too cinema filmy.
Ooh,
Just think like
is it
this.
Cockblockers?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a John Cena movie. It's really stupid. Don't watch it.
So, all right.
Oh,
Basically,
what
you
was
were
it?
way off. This
Okay.
movie is 2016's.
Dude, that's so stupid. That was one of the things
It
that
didn't
came to my
remind me of
head. Oh my gosh, dude.
If it was me, I would have probably thought of like, what's like, I probably thought like
The first two that came to mind.
Sandlot
Yeah, it
or
came to mind,
Goonies.
but I don't have Sandlot or Goonies logged, so I was like, that's
Me
not
neither.
it. And then the first two that came to mind were It and Stand By Me, but I
Ooh,
didn't go with
Stand By
those
Me
two.
would be a good pick.
Yeah.
Both
Um,
actually Stephen King related,
I
so that's
know,
pretty
which is
cool.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. That was fun, dude. I actually like that segment. We need to do that more often.
Yeah.
That's
This
actually
episode's going pretty long though.
it is. We'll find a
And
way to like
over time we'll refine it.
for
We'll get
sure.
real good at this
We'll get in like
podcast
a
thing.
rhythm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We'll
for
get in
sure.
flow state for sure.
Good thing is we have a lot of clips though to put out, which that's nice.
True. Yeah, we can clip
So
farm a little bit. We
clip
can
farm.
kiss later. We can
Mm-hmm.
make out, hug.
Yeah. I need to book a flight real quick, but sure. Yeah.
I'll fly you up even if
Ooh,
you'd like.
okay. That sounds good to me,
Yeah.
man.
I'm
Uh,
joking. I don't have any money.
that means I need to get on that. So we probably need to end this soon so I can get out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys want,
So if
you
you're
can put it
willing to
down in the
Venmo us
comments.
$200, I would love to fly out to go see Caleb, guys. So
That was
just
the only
consider
reason
that.
we did this podcast, to
Yes.
get Venmo,
Yes.
charity Venmo, so that he can come visit me. But
Exactly. That was the only reason.
yeah. So,
So
anyways,
yeah,
it's been real.
it's been real.
Hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Thanks
We're
for
kinda
listening
just
to
doing
us.
this for fun. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and go follow us on all our socials. I haven't, nothing's been posted yet, but probably by the time you see this, I will have some stuff posted. You can check us out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just search up the Realism Pod, and it should come up for you. And yeah, just feel free to go follow us and show us some love, show us some support. And yeah, thanks for listening. And y'all have a great rest of your day.
Love you.